Day 15. Welcome back to the returning viewers and a warm welcome to all the new passerbys, hopefully subscribers by the end of this video. My name is Tanya. I live on the east coast of Scotland, and this is my personal development diary blog that I'm wanting to document for my own benefit, but also to share insights, tools, and techniques that may prove useful in your lives, because we're all going through transformation journeys, whether we want to or not, and we need support at certain times, and there are certain terminologies and philosophies within that space where they can actually provide the support, the scaffolding support for a short period of time, and then you can actually move on your journey, and because you've got your own kind of coping strategies and mechanisms in place. And the third part of this channel is to create community, where we've got a tribe where we can actually share and support each other via the comments. So the plan today was that I left you all on a cliffhanger on day 14, and the plan was I was going to explain and provide insight from my kind of journey from low self-esteem and how I sort of tackled burnout and the kind of improvements that I implemented in my life. Now, I'm actually listening to my own advice. This is me self-reflecting on my journey, and I've decided to change things up today. So for those of you that you're tuning in because you wanted that installment, please tune in tomorrow, because I will sort of continue the story from tomorrow onwards. But today I'm actually listening to my own advice, and that is, be compassionate to yourself, be kind, be present, slow things down, because my brain is so fired up with this journey that I am so absolutely enamored. Who would have thought I would have enjoyed being in front of a camera so much? But I genuinely am enjoying this experience. But I'm also realizing that I'm starting to want to run rather than do the 2mm improvements and just grow in a slower kind of pace. I know I need to be patient, but I also know I need balance. So I could have waited to record this tomorrow because of the scheduling that I've got. I'm a week in advance from when you're actually seeing this video being scheduled on YouTube. So I could have waited to tomorrow and record this and given you what I promised yesterday on day 14 to relay that part of the story. But I am doing this, as I mentioned, partly because I'm documenting my self-development journey, and this is about applying these tools and techniques to my own personal life. So I don't want to rush ahead. I don't want to burn out. I don't want to sort of revisit those situations that I've been in the past. So I'm listening to my body wisdom, and what my body's basically saying is Tanya needs to prepare ahead of describing the story tomorrow and probably the day after, and I need some time to sort of like feel my feelings, think my thoughts, and actually be able to provide some content that will make sense. But at the same time, it's revisiting past situations that were very emotive, and now in hindsight and self-reflection, I can actually see a lot more things that were going on other than the story that I was telling myself at the time. So I need time to process that. Now I could have waited to tomorrow to record this, as I said, but then I wouldn't be true and authentic to myself. This is also about me showing up for me being honest and authentic and vulnerable for my experience, for my benefit, because that's the only way that I'm going to learn and grow. And I wanted consistency in my life just as much as I want balance. And me showing up 15 days in a row to do this rather than bunching up the recording in one day and doing 2 or 3 at a time. This was about me documenting the progress that I'm making in a 30-day period. So I thought, I'm going to come on and I'm going to do a little change to what was originally intended yesterday. So apologies if you were expecting the other content and you're not finding this of value. But if that's the case, then I do apologize. It's your choice if you want to come back tomorrow. But I'm just wanting to be honest and upfront. So I decided to get on camera today to sort of share where I'm at. And one of the reasons why my head is sort of like jumping ahead is because part of me, because I'm a Gemini and I've got multiple parts of me, but this one part of me is wanting to sort of like get to the finish line, wants to keep going, high achieving, keep pushing through. And then there's the part of me that's, no, you want to be present, you want to learn from your previous experiences, and you want to be able to add value to the content that I'm sharing with the viewers, because you're taking valuable time out of your day to watch me. So as a result, I want you to get something out of it, whether it's entertainment value, whether it is a bit of light relief, or whether it is a hint or tip, or just connection with another human being. Then I want to add as much value as possible. So I was starting to think, oh, I'm enjoying this, doing it on a daily basis, because I'm showing up for myself, I'm being consistent, I can see the growth that I'm sort of like, that is taking place within myself and how I'm actually feeling in front of the camera, and even my kind of train of thought and the preparation that I do ahead of coming in front of the camera. So I'm seeing all those improvements, and I was like, oh, I could do a second month, I could do 60 days, and then I'm over exceeding. And it's like, no, calm down. No, you're not going to do 60 days because then you're going to burn yourself out. So what you're going to do is fulfill your original promise to yourself, which was you were going to do a 30-day challenge. So this is day 15. You've got another 15 days to go. But then what I'm going to do is change the format afterwards. Now, I've watched a number of YouTube videos where they're explaining what is the kind of optimum, and it all depends on the niche and what you're trying to get out of it. So for me personally, there are a couple of vloggers that I actually love their content, and I follow them whenever they post anything. And sometimes they've got a kind of strict schedule, and others it's a little bit more flexible depending on life circumstances and how busy they are. And what I've sort of like come to realize that for me, I want something that's a little bit more structured. So I do want to have specific days that I'm going to be posting, because then I can actually do the kind of sort of like the rest of the kind of business stuff work around it at the moment where business isn't as busy. So I want to be able to have the kind of right balance, but I'm also trying to promote the business and get more paid clients. So as a result, I want to have that kind of sort of balance. So what I've come to the conclusion of, that I'm going to do 3 videos per week once the 30 days are finished, and I'm going to structure the content slightly different, because you might be wanting to like certain aspects that you're tuning in. If you're tuning in because you're wanting connection, you might tune in and watch all 3 videos. If you're here because you want the insights and the educational aspects, then I'm going to create a specific video for that. So on a weekly basis, there'll be a post on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. And the aim is on the Monday, it will be self-reflection. So it'll be something like this, where I'm reflecting on how did the previous week go, what did I learn, and what are the things that I'm looking forward to learning this week and doing this week. And it's going to be that kind of sort of diary, kind of documentation. Then on the Wednesday, it'll be the educational aspects. It'll be the tools and the techniques that I've either used in that previous week or applying that week, or something that I've used with a client that I think would be of value to share with you. And then on the Friday, it's going to be the light relief, or maybe in my situation, maybe not right, light relief. It'll be the comical kind of aspects of it. Of my life story, because I was starting to document. One of the suggestions were document ideas and document the next kind of 3-4 ideas. I've already got ideas for like 50 different weeks worth of videos that I could actually create, which it just goes to show how much stuff is stored up here. And I saw a clip earlier on today on YouTube, and it was about your short-term memory is literally 7 seconds, your long-term memory is 12 minutes, and then everything gets stored into your kind of subconscious. So the amount of repetition that you need to do to be able to get something from short-term memory to long-term memory and then into your automatic subconscious kind of memory bank is a lot, because you need to keep repeating. So in order for me to grow, in order for me to reinstall this self-compassion, slow it down, be balanced, be content, pat on the back, Tanya, for showing up 15 days in a row. Yes, I've veered maybe a little bit from the kind of topics that I was intending on covering each day, but that's probably because I've been trying to do a lot of things behind the scenes as well. But once I reduce the schedule down to 3 posts per week, I will have more time to be able to devote. So then the kind of structure even within the videos will have the kind of proper introduction and then the topic that we're going to cover, and then sort of like recapping the value, and then what potentially the kind of exchange that we might be doing in the kind of comments. And that would give us the opportunity to actually, if people are putting comments down, I can actually address them as and when I'm sort of doing the video diaries, rather than having to do specific Q&A sessions, because seeing how long the Q&A sessions can last, they're about 30 minutes long, and I couldn't handle listening to myself for 30 minutes straight. So I think we'll keep these under the 15 minutes. And if we do the 3 videos per week, that way it's giving the different people in the audience different elements. And if you want to watch all 3, then it's like 45 minutes of your week. If you want to watch all 3, it'll be under that. And if you just want to dip in as and when, then that's fine as well. Okay, I think I've sort of relayed where my kind of thinking is. We're at that kind of time of the week where it is about filling our cup. So my cup today wants to watch some Olympics, wants to just have some play food and have a bit of kind of relaxation, and actually celebrate the fact that I did do this today, that I didn't put it off to tomorrow. I showed up for myself. So what are you doing in your life that demonstrates to yourself that you're showing up for yourself? Because at the end of the day, you need to show up for you first. And once you show up for you, then you can show up for everyone else. It comes back to that analogy that I've been using about filling your own cup. Okay, enough from me for today. So go out and seize the day. Have an awesome day. And remember, there's always choices in life, so choose wisely. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.